Hello, everyone. My name is Dean. Let's talk crypto. So, I wanted to make a quick video just about this flash crash, and I want to point a few things out on the charts. So, same chart as in my last video, same Bitcoin chart. You can call this a flash crash, but it's not very eventful. One of the main reasons is there's little to no volume. As you can see here, there's little to no volume on this move, and we'll move down to a lower time frame just to really point that out. You can see we're looking at this candle on the 4 hourly chart. Look at the relative volume, and I wanted to zoom out just so you can see. Look at the volume. Look how low the volume is, right, relative to the rest of the volume. Obviously, this is a volume candle. This was a serious crash right here. You see that? Uh, this was a serious bounce. This is insignificant, all things considered, right? So, we're not really getting any uh, real volume on that move, and that shows you that this isn't. I mean, you can call it a flash crash, but it's not much of a crash. We've been dilly dallying around this price range, the 30,000, 32,000. Some people call it the Elon Musk range, that zone, and we basically dipped, sub 30. But our real test is what? And when do we expect volume? I personally expect volume in this region. Let me get my rectangle tool out. Where is it? Here. Never mind. Let's just get the trend lines out. I expect real volume here. Once we go from about here to here, this is our buying zone. This is where there's a lot of buying pressure. If we wick down into this region, I expect relatively large volume, as we did here and again here and here. And that's where we get volatility. That's where we get momentum. That's when we can really get our next move up again. So again, we're pretty much slowly going down, and I expect us to wick down maybe a little more slowly than before. Why? Because, as I said in the previous video, we need to capture uh, that liquidity. The way the markets move is, if something happened too quickly, usually price action comes back, follows that move up just to capture it, because the buyers or sellers didn't have enough time to take advantage of the price in that region, right? And so I expect the price to come back down here, capture this liquidity. It's a strong zone of support, strong zone of buying pressure, and then from there go back up. Some say that, hey, we've hit this sort of 28,000 to 30,000 buying zone so many times. And what happens is, once you hit something enough times, usually 3 or 4 times, you're going to break below it. But I do think, and I think this is, what we've hit it 1, 2, 3. This would be the fifth time, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be the fifth time. I do not believe personally that we're going to break below it. I could be wrong, but I'm of the belief that we're going to come down in this range. That 28 to 30 spot is zone is pretty much where a lot of people want to buy. A lot of institutional big buyers want to buy, and they have their limit orders already set there. Once it gets there, it's not going to stay too long. We may go once, twice, hit it a few times, and then that's going to catapult us into the next bull run. I did make a video about the bull run part 2. You can check that out. It's on the channel. But I wouldn't worry about this. This isn't a capitulation. This isn't a flash crash. We've been in this zone, in this descending triangle, in this price consolidation for months now, since mid-May, and it's now past mid-July, so about 2 months now. So I wouldn't consider this a flash crash, but what I would consider this is a good opportunity for anybody who's willing or ready to make an entry. This would be a great entry, not just for Bitcoin, but also for other projects, obviously. If you look up and down the charts, everything's bleeding. Because obviously Bitcoin is the number one cryptocurrency. Dominance is high in Bitcoin. So, things, all the assets, most of the assets are tied to it. So if Bitcoin crashes, everybody crashes. So I would say, find, if you can, and not financial advice, but financial opinion, see about making some limit orders in areas of support in the projects that you would like to invest in. If you feel like it's too risky of a play, there's a saying, better late. In crypto, it's always better to be a bit late to the party, not the first one there. That's fine as well. Wait, put an alarm or two where you feel like the price could go to, and once it trips that and you get the confirmation of a reversal with the volume and a close above a certain point, depending on the project, then start making your investments. But I feel like this is going to be an optimal time for entry for the second bull run, and we're at that time where we're going back into reversal. It just doesn't make sense to me that we would fall from such a high level and never, not once, test those ranges. So in technical analysis, you always see price revert back to where it came from, whether that's going up or down. So we fell from this point of mid 60s, so 65,000, and have since been in a continuous downtrend, never once going to retest those zones, right? So if this were true that we were going to go straight down from here, we would have come back up, tested those zones at around 58 at least, right? To mitigate the imbalance, because you have nothing but red candles here. So we would probably come back up at least to 48, or at the very least to maybe 45, and then go back down. And if that does happen, then we know that, it is a bull run. So I would say a bear market. I would say the bear market would be confirmed if from this bounce we went up and hit the resistance at about 45.5, then came straight back down again below this level. Then I would say, okay, that is confirmation. We've tested those resistances, but the resistance has never been tested. So whether we're going down completely or we're going to start part 2 of the bull run, we're going to test 45.5 and thereabouts, those levels, because that's just how price action works. Nothing goes in a straight line, either up or down. So that's pretty much that. I would say it's a great opportunity if you want to long from 28.8 or previous lows or this region, right? This is a great longing opportunity. Whether you're using leverage, which I wouldn't recommend, especially if you're a new trader, or if you're just going spot, right? Just wait, put your limit orders in. Again, I do not think we're going to wick down as quickly as we did before because we need to capture that liquidity. So it may come down a few times. So you'll have your chances. Obviously, this is Bitcoin, but everything else is going to follow Bitcoin's gravity. So that's pretty much it. Don't freak out. See it as an opportunity. If you have some spare stable coins, I would say it's a great entry. If not, just hold. There's if you didn't see the price kind of coming down and you didn't sort of get out, or you didn't have some stop losses set, then that's fine. You'll be okay. There's always an opportunity, to sort of to short. And when you're talking about spot trading, shorting is basically holding, waiting for a dip, and then getting back in. There's always an opportunity to do that. So just hold. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye.